Hello, humans, it's me again, and today I have part 23 of The Legend of Zelda Burned. So, in the last episode, Hylia was informed of the fact that the King of Hyrule was killed, and that was not written in any of her history books, and she's the one that writes the history. So then she's like, it must have been Din. So now she's going off to take care of that. But we're coming back to the heroes, Link, Nobu, and Keiko to Gerudo, and they're on their way to the Gerudo Valley, which, as you know, has had some terrible things happen to it previously. Anyhow, part 23. Link yawned and moaned. Link, I'm just as exhausted as you are. Being a hero really is a lot of work, Nobu said. Link nodded his head. Hey, Keiko, are you tired too? Nobu asked. Keiko was sitting there under a tree. She stared past Nobu and Link, gazing off at the desert that once was her home. She had finally managed to pull her ginger hair back into a smooth ponytail. Yes, I am very tired, but I want to find Din. I need her, Keiko said. She's the only one who understands me. You will find Din very soon. I've got just a little more power to recover, and I promise you I will show you Din, Din said. Thank you, Keiko said. How do the Gerudo even survive in the desert? Nobu asked. We got used to it, generation after generation. As you can see, we don't really wear much in the form of a top, and our pants are puffy to keep sand from getting stuck in it and chafing our skin, Keiko said. Oh, Nobu said. Keiko, I don't mean to upset you, but we have to go to Gerudo Valley to find the next temple. The Elden Fire Temple, Din said. Is it named after Din? Keiko asked. Yes, indeed it is, Din said. I'll like it there, Keiko said. Keiko was blushing. Well, should we head off then? Nobu asked. Yeah, Link said. Keiko nodded her head and stood. She led her group to the desert where Gerudo Valley lay. All the buildings were destroyed and there was ash in the sand. There were remains littered about, but the sand was already swallowing most of it up. I know a bit about this next temple. It was once a training place for newly grown Gerudos. Anyone 18 years and older could stop by and train. It teaches us how to master our born fighting techniques and how to be good guards. I would have gone in 8 years, Keiko said. Well, now you can go, Nobu said. Right, but it is probably filled with more monsters than usual, Keiko said. They arrived at the temple doors and Link opened them. A huge wave of heat blew out of the temple at them as though it was meant to roast them. Link entered the temple and the others followed him. The thing that made this temple different than the others was that the rooms were longer and skinnier, and that fire was circulating throughout the building. Despite the heat, there were some strange flowers growing from the cracks in the floor. What kind of flowers are those? Bomb flowers? Nobu asked. No, those are called Gokonga flowers. They are usually found around swamps, so I have no idea what they are doing here. They're also nearly indestructible, Din said. Cool, Nobu said. There were a few strange red beetles running around in the temple, dropping rupees everywhere. Ooh, Link like! Link cried out. He ran away from the others and went to collect all the rupees he could grab. He's going to fall into the lava if nobody rescues him, Nobu said. Those bugs are sometimes known as hoarders for the crazy amount of rupees they carry with them. When frightened, they dropped their rupees to distract their attackers, Din said. It certainly is working, Nobu said. One of the hoarders then jumped into the lava, as it did not want to be killed by a sword. Keiko winced. When they have nothing left, the hoarders die, Din said. I've never seen that happen before, Keiko said. Well, now you have, Din said. Link's wallet became full, and he sadly walked back to the rest of the group through the maze of lava and gopanga flowers. What about the bugs? What are we gonna do? Keiko said. Link tilted his head to one side in confusion. Keiko, please. We don't have to worry about the bugs, Nobu said. Let's just keep going then, Keiko said. The others could tell that she was still traumatized by the bugs. Alright, and that's the end of that chapter. So, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye.